This project began in 2018 when I got access to the site of the former Donnybrook Magdalen Laundry. I'd seen a video online on YouTube showing that a lot of the contents apparently of the laundry were still there, including documents. It was quite surprising and exciting, obviously, that there were documents, because a state inquiry had found that the financial records of the institution did not exist. There on the floor in the building were these documents that contradicted that finding. So it got me thinking about this whole issue of the precarity of institutional records. Records generated by the vast network of carceral institutions that existed in Ireland. So mother and baby homes, Magdalen laundries, reformatories, industrial schools, orphanages. It did seem in this case that there needed to be a legal obligation on those in possession of institutional records to preserve them, not to alter them, and not to remove them from the state. Those documents in Donnybrook, when I found them, could have been disposed of with no legal consequences. They were not protected by law in any way. And then I essentially drafted a bill. Its main provisions were that there'd be a criminal offence of failing to preserve, but also of tampering with or destroying institutional records. Those in possession of such records could receive effectively an official demand to set out in a statement what documents were in their possession, and that failure to provide that statement would be a criminal offence. My initial draft was significantly amended, but those core provisions that I felt from the beginning were very necessary are there in the enacted law. I would see this as the beginning of a process. I think ultimately the government needs to pass further legislation to seize the records of religious congregations that relate to the abuse of carceral institutions. I think this new law should be of assistance to affected people, those who spent time in institutions, and their descendants. We know that affected people often have severe difficulty accessing their own records, documents relating to their own lives, which frankly is unacceptable. I see it as the beginning of hopefully a sea change in the state's attitude to these institutional records, but there's much more to be done. If we're ever to tell the story of institutionalisation in Ireland, which affected so many people, we need to protect these records. It's absolutely vital.